What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stock Goat YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering the overall market. Today was the Fed minutes, so we're going to cover what they said about the future rate hikes. We're also going to be covering some of the movement in the growth stocks today. The market did get a little bit of bounce, so it looks like a little bit of the fear was already priced in. So we finally got a tiny bounce. No clue to if we're going to go backwards even further, but it is always a possibility. I did say, I think the nastiest correction we could get in the NASDAQ is about 40%, and we saw about a negative 31% correction so far. Also, guys, you should know I did a video yesterday covering a veteran that does need a, spine surgery for $40,000. His GoFundMe is in the comments section. You guys can click it if you haven't seen and read up on, why he is needing this surgery and how he can't get any coverage. And he also did a video for us wanting to thank, everybody for, all the donations we have received so far. And I'll cover that, towards the end of the video, his video that he has to you guys that have, donated. If you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We will be keeping you updated daily on all of the breaking news. We're going to be covering the Sofi stock and how I truly believe Sofi has the most potential out of, 99% of the growth stocks inside of the market right now when we're talking about valuation as an unprofitable company. And be sure to drop a comment. I'm going to be commenting back to as many people as I possibly can. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, we can see U.S. stocks pushed higher at the close of a choppy session on Wednesday as investors considered a slew of company warnings on the impact of inflation to earnings alongside the Federal Reserve's latest communications about using their policies to rein in rising prices. The Fed May meeting minutes, okay? And we'll just listen to the CNBC analyst. And right here is the update.
The minutes show the participants at the Fed meeting in May agreed the Fed should move, quote, expeditiously towards neutral. Most judged a 50 basis point increase likely, quote, appropriate at the next couple of meetings. That meant the meeting they raised 50 at plus a couple more. And this is the line that stood out for me. They said a restrictive stance on monetary policy may well become appropriate. That means raising the rate above neutral to try to reduce economic growth. The Fed acknowledged the challenges of fighting inflation and keeping labor markets strong, a polite way of saying that they could not assure, for example, a soft landing. The Fed, they did say, however, they should assess the risk to the economy later this year from rate hikes. That is sort of embracing this idea that Raphael Bostic has put out lately about getting to neutral and then looking around. A number supported selling the mortgage-backed securities after the runoff is well underway, and several saw potential for, quote, unanticipated effects in financial markets from the runoff of the balance sheet. And there was concern also about Treasury market liquidity and the risk in commodity markets, or the risk from commodity markets from higher prices. On inflation, some worried that inflation expectations could become unanchored. Many expected a tight labor market and wage pressure to continue for some time. New inflation pressures were seen from China as well as the Ukraine war. Higher wages and input prices were being passed on to the consumer, and inflation risks were skewed to the upside. Overall, however, there was a positive outlook for GDP growth, both in this quarter and for this year, that was seen moderating this year relative to last year. So I think the headline that stood out to me, Tyler, from these minutes here was this idea that there seems to be widespread support on the committee, from what I could read, for the idea that it may well be appropriate to raise rates above neutral and create a restrictive policy. Tyler?
All right, guys, to sum up the Fed minutes meeting, it looks like we're getting, a 50, 50, 50. They're going with the half point rate hikes, which is, completely fine with me. You got Bill Ackman, and then you got Kramer saying, let's do the 1 point, 1.5. Let's just get it over with. It looks like the Fed is just going cruise control, and they're going to keep with these half point, these next 3-4 meetings. So we will see. Hopefully we can get inflation to slowly start coming down. We know that there was a month over month decline, but core was up. But guys, this is what we have to do to slow down this inflation. These rate hikes have to continue, and we've only had 2 so far, a quarter and then a half. So we should be seeing a big dent these next 1, 2, 3 Fed meetings. And as you can see, the market made a bounce because this is already priced into the market, 6, 7 rate hikes, okay? So as you can see, S&P 500 green, 1%, Dow green, NASDAQ 1.5%, Russell 2%, crude oil. You can see SoFi today had a decent day, 4.3% down in the after hours. We're going to cover why it's down in the after hours. Most likely it's because, we had some large companies, NVIDIA and also Snowflake report earnings. And guys, as you can see, those companies did not do well. I'll show you the details. But guys, market cap right now is right around 6 billion market cap. I believe the best way to price, a unprofitable growth stock right now is off your price to sales. If it has growth in the 40 to 60% range, solid growth, price to sales, guys, we should be over 10, at least 10x price to sales. Right now, we're trading at 4 times sales. That is like super value stock, realm. I mean, we're talking 4 times sales. That's literally what the banks, the legacy banks are priced at, reporting negative revenue growth. Yes, they're profitable, but they've been around for 40, 50, 60 years. These companies are not even growing revenue some quarters, okay? And we're priced on a price to sales multiple the exact same. We should be at least 2 to 3 times higher because we are showing sustainable growth right now. All right, guys, you can see we got 104 growth stocks, and pretty much everything was in the green, barely any red. Alphabet was down, not even up 1%. Apple was not even 1%. We have Meta up 1%. Walt Disney. So some of the large mega caps, Salesforce, PayPal are up 1 to 2%. We'll just get into the top tier, maybe the mid tier. 50, we got Netflix up 4, Open Door up 4, Peloton 4, Target 4, SoFi finished right around the middle, but some companies were just, moving today. 6% range, Unity Software, Lending Club, STEM, Fubu, even higher, 8% range, Upstart, Zoom, Best Buy, and we had, GameStop have a mini short squeeze, Carvana mini short squeeze, Beyond Meat and Affirm, this stock was just down 18% today. So we know, Affirm is really a day trading stock right now. This thing's down 20, up 10. So looks like everything's getting a nice bounce. I wish SoFi would have been in the, 7 to 8% range, but we cannot complain because we definitely needed an overall bounce inside of the market. But we need to look at after hours. Take a look at after hours right now. Snowflake and NVIDIA, guys. This is a 50 billion market cap company for Snowflake, and NVIDIA is like a 400 billion market cap. These guys are tanking after hours. That's bringing the overall market down a little bit. These are massive companies, and guys, their growth is not there. It looks like Snowflake stock falls as executives forecast a narrower margin than expected. While Snowflake beat revenue expectations for its fiscal first quarter results, its adjusted operating margin forecast was lighter than expected. I do believe guidance for revenue was actually less than expected as well. So guys, I've been talking about this company for over a year. I would not touch this company at 400. I would not touch this company at 300. I wouldn't touch it at 200. 100, still extremely high valuation for an unprofitable company. Take a look at the price to sales. I know it's grayed out, but look, guys, price to sales right here, 32x right now. That is absolutely insane. If you look at SoFi, 4x, 32x to 4x. That's like SoFi needing an 800% gain to get to the price to sales multiple of Snowflake right now. And take a look at my Twitter, guys. I'm being a little bit funny, but this is the truth. Snowflake price to sales, 33x. SoFi 4x, I'm a better value investor than Buffett because he's invested in an unprofitable tech, but he needs to realize he's buying this growth stock at an 800% higher valuation on price to sales than SoFi right now. We need to literally 8 times from here to get to Snowflake's valuation at like a 40-something billion market cap, guys. This is absolutely insane right now how cheap SoFi is, okay? So I feel very comfortable buying SoFi at 4 times sales right now rather than buying a 30x sales company. You also have NVIDIA. Stock falls on light guidance. CFO says company will slow hiring. That's because I believe they have Russian exposure. A lot of big banks had that Russian exposure. Netflix, Visa, everybody's bailing out of Netflix. And guys, SoFi is not in Netflix. SoFi, once again, is not in Russia. They do have international expansion, but not in Russia. And guys, the stock dropped in extended trading hours after the chip maker gave a light forecast for the current quarter. NVIDIA will slow down its hiring pace. We also know, Robinhood has to slow down. So a lot of companies are slowing down. And SoFi just reported, expansion for Galileo. So this is great news, guys. I believe SoFi is the right buy here at these levels. And guys, once again, here is the man, James Altman. He needs a cervical surgery. It's a $40,000 surgery, and his insurance will not cover this surgery. He did a GoFundMe, and guys, look at the donations we've got from this channel. 36 donations, almost $2,000 raised in less than 24 hours. And I have a video that, he sent to me for you guys to listen to, because he wanted to thank everybody for making these donations, and he wants to know, he is very grateful. And we had somebody donate $1,000, guys. This is absolutely incredible. So if you have any type of money, left over that you can, donate towards his, surgery, you can read his full update if you haven't read it already. He was an Army soldier in the Gulf War, and, he had to leave his job because he's in so much pain. And right now he needs to get this surgery. So any type of donation, $5, $10, $20 would be greatly appreciated. The link is in the comments section if you want to, read the full, update on, why he needs the surgery. Once again, guys, I wish I had a bigger YouTube. If we had, 100,000 followers, we could probably raise this money much faster. But I just want to, do my absolute best, because, I hate to see people, suffer in pain that cannot, get coverage for a surgery this expensive. It's just outrageous, that we cannot do this for our veterans. So once again, the link is in the comments section.
Hello, my name is James Altman. I want to thank everybody so far who sent donations for my surgery. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was a former soldier in the United States Army. I served in the first Gulf War. Right now, I'm a disabled vet, and I recently had a cervical fusion done 1 year ago. And since then, you see my scar. Since then, my neck has deteriorated. I have segment disease, meaning the vertebrae above where the fusion site was has deteriorated, and I'm in extreme pain. I've reached out to the VA, and they only gave me some weak pain medicine, and they said that's all they could do for me. So I reached out to a place called Benatti Spine Institute that's in Hudson, Florida, and they do laser surgery, and they correct fusions that have failed. And unfortunately, they don't take my insurance, so all the cost is going to be out of pocket, and it's very expensive. And they do each level one at a time. And right now, I'm looking at 2 to 3 levels, according to the doctor. They said they could fix me, but of course, there's a cost involved. And since it's out of pocket, each surgery is $20,000. So I'm looking at 2 surgeries. Hopefully, they could fix it with 2 surgeries. So I just want to tell everybody, thank you so much. I'm humbled by your kindness, and hopefully I reach my goal. And I just appreciate everybody, and I want to say God bless to everybody out there that love the veterans and love the United States. And God bless you all, and thank you very much. Goodbye.